Hey guys, it's Sarah here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing my full hair care routine from wet hair to this wavy everyday style that I do pretty often. So if you're interested in seeing that and knowing what products I use, then keep watching. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. All right, let's get into it. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing my hair from wet to dry and wavy like this. So if you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave them down in the comments. I will definitely get back to you. I'm also going to link all of the products that I use today down below in the bottom bar. And just so that you guys know, I do have naturally straight hair. It is fine, but I do have quite a bit of it. And I don't use heat on it every day. I've also never dyed my hair, so my hair is in pretty healthy condition, just as reference before you guys go into this video. When I get out of the shower, I put on this. It's a little towel turban. And basically what you do is you take the side with the button and you put that in the back of your head. This is gonna be hard to show you. Okay, so you put the button side on the back of your head and then you flip it up like a regular towel. You twist it and then you take this part with the little loop and you loop that around the button in the back and it stays just like this. Since my hair is a little bit drier, it's definitely sticking out more than it does when it's really wet. But I like this because I can just put it behind my ears and do my makeup with my hair in this. And this really helps it dry faster. So I love this thing. I will link it down below along with all of the products that I mentioned today. But this has just been such a lifesaver. And I like that you can move around. With a big towel, I feel like if you tip your head over, the whole thing falls out. This I can just go on and live my life and forget about it and let my hair dry for a while. So by the time I take my hair down, it's probably about 50% dry. And I go in with a wide tooth comb. I never use a brush. I just use a comb. That's just personal preference. And I will just brush through my hair. My hair is naturally straight, so if I want to, and a lot of times in the summer I do, just run a comb through it when it's wet and then just let it air dry, and I'll just leave it down while it air dries. But if I know I'm going to blow dry it, I like to use this and get a lot of the moisture out of it so that I don't have to use as much heat on it. The first product I put in is a hair oil. I go between these two. This is the OUAI Hair Oil and this is the Bumble Hairdresser's Invisible Oil. And I like both of them. I'm gonna use the Bumble one today. So I just take a squirt or two of it into my hand, put it everywhere, and then I just work this into my ends. I don't want all the oil at the top by my roots because obviously I don't want my hair to be super oily, and my hair is naturally straight. It's pretty fine, but I have a lot of it, so I don't want to add a bunch of oil. And then once I've gone through all of my hair, I'll just kind of go through the top really quickly. The next thing I'm going to go in with before drying it is from Drybar. This is the Prep Rally. It will detangle your hair and then it also preps it for heat and protects it. So I definitely want to protect it as much as possible against heat just because I want to keep my hair healthy. So I'll just spray this and then I'll just kind of massage this through all of my hair. All right, now it's time to dry my hair. I have this blow dryer. It is old. It's the Babyliss Pro TT. I don't know. It's fine. I kind of want to get the T3 blow dryer, but I feel like since I don't dry my hair all the time, it'd be a waste of money. So anyway, this is the one I have. I'm gonna dry my hair really quick and then I'll be right back. And when I dry my hair, I just kind of like messily move it around. You'll see, there's not really rhyme or reason. I'm literally just trying to get it dry. Now that my hair is dry, I just go through and kind of make sure that none of it is damp still because I am going to use a curling wand on it and I don't want to damage my hair. So it feels pretty good. I am going to heat up my T3 wand. This is the 1-inch barrel. And so I'm just gonna wait for that to heat up. One of the things that I always do that I think might be different than a lot of other people is, although I just washed and dried my hair, I'm going to put some dry shampoo in it. This is like the most gigantic bottle of Batiste ever. Like, it is gigantic. I decided to try out the fresh scent. I'm not the biggest fan of it. If you guys have been following for a while, you know I only use the bare scent, but the bare scent doesn't come in this big container, and so I figured I would try it. I kind of regret it, but that's okay. So I just like to spray some of this in my hair because my hair is so fine that I feel like there's no volume or anything, and putting dry shampoo in my hair just gives it a little bit more life than it has on its own. So I'm gonna put this in it before I curl it. Okay, so now that I have gotten all of the white cast and everything out of my hair, I am going to separate it into 2 sections so that I can put the waves into it. So generally I just do the top half and the bottom half. Still have some white in there. Okay, now I'm just going to work from the back and take small sections. I don't worry too much about the size of the sections. It really doesn't matter that much. I don't think you need to be perfect with this step. So I flip the wand overhead and curl away from my face. I usually wrap it around twice and then I move the wand back and forth. This gives me the more wavy look than it does the curly look. And then I'll just let go. So I only hold on to it for a couple of seconds, and then I'll bounce it around in my hand for a second so it can kind of cool, but I don't let it cool completely. Recently, I've really been liking the look of not even fully waves. It's just like a little bit of a bend almost in your hair. Like, it's not quite straight, but it kind of looks like it's straight. So, like I said, I barely hold it onto my hair for any amount of time. And I just repeat the same thing, going around twice, and then doing this. I personally think it's easier to move from the back to the front so that you can put the pieces that are done behind your shoulder. That is just personal preference. I think that you'll find, you know, whatever works for you after you do this a few times. But this whole process, doing my hair, takes maybe like 12 minutes from wet to dry, or wet to wavy. And then I repeat the same thing on the other side. This time I'm curling in the opposite direction, but still away from my face. So I always put the curling wand behind my hair so that the hair curls away from my face. And then the same thing, just moving it back and forth. And then I do the exact same thing. This time I usually wrap it around 3 times instead of 2, just because my hair is longer on the top than it is on the bottom. So a lot of times I'll also concentrate more at the top of my head, just because that's kind of where I lack the volume and where it's gonna fall the most. Okay, once all of my hair is curled, I just kind of bring all of it to the front and shake it out. I shake the side out that I curled first because it's more cooled. And then this one I'm just gonna give another second to cool. And then once I've shaken it out, I can kind of see the areas that I might want to add a little bit more curl. Like right here, this looks too uniform to me. So I'm just gonna grab one of the pieces and I'll put a wave in the top only. And that will just kind of break up where the waves are. I like it to be a little bit more messy and lived in. And then over here, kind of the same thing. And And then on this bottom piece, there's no wave at the bottom half, so I'll just kind of put a little bend in it. And since my hair is straight, it will fall in the next like half hour to an hour, and it'll be more like straight but bendy, if that makes any sense. So the last thing that I like to do is I will grab my Triple Sec. This is the Drybar Triple Sec 3-in-1, texturizes, amplifies, and refreshes. This stuff smells so good, but I like to just spray some of this in my hair because it gives me a little bit more grit, a little bit of hold, and just kind of gives me that more lived-in look. And so then I kind of just zhuzh this into my hair. And as you can see, that gave me a lot of volume. I just don't have a lot of natural volume, so that really does help me. So that is my hair routine if I have just washed my hair. The only difference is if my hair is day 2, 3, whatever, then I will use a hairspray. The one I'm using right now is the OUAI Texturizing hairspray. I really like this one because it doesn't leave you with really sticky or crunchy hair. Your hair still feels like hair. It still moves. It still has body and volume and movement. So I really like that hairspray. And other than that, I mean, the difference is that my hair is dry. So in the morning tomorrow, I will likely just touch up a couple of the waves, but for the most part, there's not really anything I need to do. And then day 3 or 4, obviously I use much more dry shampoo than normal, and yeah. So that is everything for my hair routine. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.